I didn't celebrate my birthday this year, and for many of you who even know, I didn't even post. Like, this is the first time in maybe in my life since I've had a phone that it would be my birthday and I wouldn't post. I wouldn't talk about it. I won't even do countdown. Like, usually when it's like a week to my birthday, I start to say, oh, something like birthday in a week time, things like that. But this year I didn't do any of that. Not because at first I actually didn't have a reason, but it happened that I woke up on my birthday morning and the thought of my grandma just filled my heart. I feel like I didn't really grieve when she passed away. I feel like I just winged it, like more like being in denial, if you get what I'm trying to say. And a lot of time I still try to like assume, or I still feel like, oh, she's still here, just that I'm just not able to speak with her. I can't just pick up my phone and call her, things like that. But I didn't really, I think apart from the moment where they broke the news to me, I'm not too sure if I cried afterwards. I don't think so. I don't think I did. And I think it kind of affected me when I woke up, because usually my grandma is one of those first people that would call me to wish me happy birthday. Or one of the things that she does that is very, very constant is calling me the day before, especially the night before, and then calling me the morning after, the morning of the birthday. So I think that very morning was when it actually really dawned on me that she's no longer with me physically. And I'm not even going to lie to you, I shed a tear. I think it was that morning that I actually accepted my truth, and that really filled my heart all through my birthday. And it really, like, a lot of things didn't really matter at that point. I wasn't ready to talk to anybody. I wasn't willing to, because obviously some of my friends that knows that, a few of my friends that knows that, oh, that day was my birthday, that probably didn't forget, because a lot of people actually forgot because I didn't post about it. And that was it. Like, I do the same sometimes. You forget people's birthday, and when they post, that gives you like opportunity to remember, and then you wish them happy birthday. But I didn't post, so a lot of people didn't quickly remember. And for somebody who knows me very well, that I post about things like that. So not posting about it didn't really give anybody idea. I'm very sure even people, some of my friends were like, oh, they remember that it was my birthday, but they see that, like, because I didn't post it, they felt, oh, maybe they were the one making a mistake. My mom called, a few of my families called as well. Just had the greeting and all, and that was it. But I'm not even going to lie, I didn't post. You wouldn't even imagine that it was my birthday, because I felt, as much as it was my birthday, it really, like, it was also a realization of the fact that my grandma is no longer here. For many of you who know, there is no way I would talk about my life and not talk about my grandmother. And funny how that since she passed away, this is actually the first time I'm having to, my birthday was the first time I'm having to think and believe that she was no longer here. And today happens to be the first day that I'm actually having to sit down to talk about it like this. And I remember the same thing happened to me when I lost my dad. Even when I write about him, I was still writing in present. So a lot of people for like 2 years didn't even know I lost my dad, because when I post about him, I find it difficult to post in past tense, like to write in past tense. I couldn't bring myself to do it until his third year remembrance. That was when I actually, now a lot of people was in my DM shouting and screaming, "What kind of person am I?" I didn't talk about it. I was posting like he was still here, things like that. And while I understand that, oh, this can be confusing to people and all of that, what I'm just going to say is people grieve differently. And even while I'm still trying to process my dad's, then my grandmother, that was not the first loss that really shocked me. The first loss that I felt like I really, really experienced was my best friend when I was in 100 level. We resumed school together. For many of you who probably like watch my video and we went to the same university and you started with us from 100 level, you would know that Ololade happens to be my best friend when we were in school. We had just resumed, and she was one of those people that warmed up to me because I resumed very late. I gained admission. People had resumed school in November. I gained admit. My own list did not come out until December 18th. So I resumed in January. And it was a very tough moment for me because a lot of things have gone on since November. And I was just joining in January, and then exam was starting in February. I missed some tests and all of that. So she was one of those people that really warmed up to me when I resumed, and she was willing to share with me resources that really helped me to like try to catch up. And amidst all of this, she herself was a bit sick. A lot of things was going on with her, but she was still really kind. And it just happened that she passed away. I think in our second semester. It was something that I couldn't process. Like that was like the first loss loss that I felt like really shook me. I'm the kind of person that some people think I'm not emotional or anything, but really it just doesn't. I probably don't show it much, and as much as that is, it also doesn't really like get to the deeper inner part of me. I don't know how to explain this, but this one really hits differently, and that was one that it really took me time. It really took me, a lot to actually. But that was one. Another one that happened was Sandra. If you know me too well as well, when Sandra passed away, I was I was not myself. And that is it. Like I'm not the kind that would come online and post the person's video or the person's picture. I'm not the kind that would come online and write tribute about the person. I can't even put myself, like bring myself to write about the person. I can't bring myself to post the person in absence. It is something I would never do. I don't know how people do it, how that they hear that somebody had passed away, and then the first thing you are doing is posting the person's picture, writing RIP. I can't. Like I can't bring myself to it. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, how do people actually do it? I don't know. I can't do it. And aside from Sandra, then it was my dad years after, and then that took me a very long. Oh God, it took me very long. Even though in 1 week I was back, I was back in Lagos because I just couldn't bring myself to stay at home. So I was back in Lagos. Even though I had 2 weeks break from work, I called my manager that I wanted to resume. He said, no, I shouldn't resume yet. I should wait at least 2 weeks. I said, there's nothing I'm doing at home. And really, staying at home just didn't make any sense to me. I felt like it was giving me more time to like think and not just be myself. So I just wanted to go back to what I was doing to keep me from thinking about it. Sorry, guys, don't mind the way like the lightning is anywhere the car moves, it just moves like that. So when I went back to work, I remember days when I'll be coming back from work in the bus and I'll be crying. Like anything that reminds me of my dad, I just start to cry. I'll be at work, do my job excellently, fine and good. and I'll probably be going out and see something that actually reminds me of my dad, and then I just lose it. So every time I'm going home, those times in the bus, I'll just bend down in the bus, and there I was just crying. That was how I was able to process it during those period. And that season went. When my grandma own happened in January, I was about, I think I was like 33 or 34 weeks pregnant when it happened. It happened in January. I had Gisrael in March, 7th of March. So it was not too far from, I was already like heavily pregnant. And because I just knew that no, she cannot pass away. Or even though she was strong for a while, and we're just believing God for healing before the whole thing happened. I still couldn't bring myself to like accept that reality. So when I woke up on my birthday morning, not like I woke up, it was around one ish. It just that has never happened to me before. Like it just overwhelmed me, and I just started crying. Like I was so overwhelmed. It was at that point I realized that no, this is true. And if you look at it, even for my grandmas, I didn't post it until March. Towards the ending of March was when I wrote about it. And some people still entered my DM, oh, you did not tell me, oh, you did not tell me, for crying out loud. Is this an award that we're going to collect? I understand, oh, let people be there for you. There was, one celebrity that was talking about, oh, when you are grieving, let people be there for you. Trust me, I don't want anybody to be there for me. Like, I don't want anybody to talk to me about it. I don't want anybody to. And I thank God for my husband. He understands this so well. He tries to be there for me in every other thing. But when it comes to talking to me about it, no. He would ensure I eat, he would ensure I, smile. But trying to talk me into it, or oh, you'll be fine, you'll be alright, I don't like to hear it. I prefer not to talk about it and just take my time. That is one thing, because people grieve differently. I know some people will see this video and say, oh, since January, this is what, this is August, and you're just realizing, and you're just, it's not because I'm mental or I need therapy. It's just the way people process things differently. And that's one thing I want people to know. When my grandma passed, I didn't type to anybody. I think I only told one person, and maybe because the person asked, I just said, oh, grandma has passed. Almost all my friends didn't know that grandma has passed. Those that knew that grandma passed were those that have my mom's number saved. So they used to see my mom's status, and they got to know through my mom's WhatsApp status, and they decided to message me. I'm not the kind that will message you and say, oh, I didn't tell it. Even when my dad passed, a lot of people don't know. I'm not going to message you to come and say, "Oh, this person passed," except if you are instrumental to what is. If you are not my sibling, or if you are my sibling, you definitely even get to know from other source. Not not even me being the like. I don't know how to break such news, and this is one of the things where I used to struggle when people lose someone that is dear to them. And like I don't know how you want to be, I don't know how you want me to be there for you, because people grieve differently. And I think when it just comes to things like that, just be there for them the way you would want somebody to be there for you. Or should I say, at that point, just provide the necessary support that you think you can, and leave the rest for God. If it is food you can bring for the person at that time, take food to them. You know that during that period they need support, they need financial support, because they're going to be spending a lot of money. Even though I didn't attend my grandma's funeral physically, I knew how much we spent even from here. So you can be there for them financially and support them financially. Just ask for their account number, send money to them because you know at that point they are going to need money. But coming to ask, oh, what can I do to help? If you need anything, let me know. Trust me, I dislike that statement. If you need anything, let me know. Obviously, they are not going to tell you they need anything. I don't know, maybe other people would, but I, Kemisola, would not, and it is not pride, sincerely. If I want to do anything for anybody, I don't need the person to ask. If you ask me, I will appreciate it. But if you don't ask me, trust me, I know I can just imagine what you would need at that point and then just bring it to you. But now saying if you need anything, let me know. No, that's not a good thing to say. And if you're watching me and you used to say that, that is the reason why people are not coming to tell you this is what I need. I think the best thing is be there for them, or you can even say, oh, between jollof rice and fried rice, which one would you prefer? The person can now go, oh, anyone is fine. Or you don't have to bother. If they say, oh, you don't have to bother, bring jollof rice and bring fried rice. Or bring jollof rice and don't bring fried rice. Just bring one thing. You can give them options. Oh, is it soup or rice? Is it cash or transfer? Things like that. Rather than say, if you need anything. No, people are not going to come to you and say, oh yeah, you said if I need anything, this is what I need, especially in that moment where they are grieving. I'm just saying all of this because I've noticed those things, having gone through, all of this. And I just thank God for my husband. He was able to encourage my heart that morning, and we did something as a family. I just didn't want everything that he has planned, because I didn't feel like going out anymore and all of those things. And I felt better. I felt much more better afterwards. And I think so far I've been I've been much better. Now that I've realized it, I've accepted my fate. Oh, grandma has gone to be with the Lord. And sorry, Jezreel, I'm much better. And I think God is really helping me. And yeah, that's just what I want to say. So that was a major reason why I ended up not like what I would naturally do on my birthday. At least if I don't do anything, I would post, we'll go out, do all those things. So yeah, that's it. I know many of you now will now be saying, oh, happy birthday. Oh, I didn't know you. Someone was still asking me that, what day are you in August? Because it's like I've forgotten. When I told her that I'm first, she said, oh my God, I'm sorry. I said, I didn't do it intentionally, because a lot of people are now being feeling guilty of, not wishing me happy birthday. Sincerely, I don't want you to feel that way. It has happened, it has gone. And yeah, that's it, guys. And this is my first episode of Car Chronicles, and we're going to be having more episodes like this, because yeah, I'm going to church tomorrow, so definitely God will keep this car for us in Jesus' name. So I'm going to be filming in the car now. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you engage it. Now you know the reason why I'm filming in the car, so you have to support me. Like, comment, share. Car Chronicles #1 has come, and yeah, that's it. I have to devise this means because I want to be consistent on YouTube. I have so many things that I want to talk about, guys. I have so many things in my notes. You trust me now. So if you have coming across my channel for the first time, please ensure to subscribe, ensure to like, ensure to drop a comment. If this is your first time, just say, oh, first timer, and then I'm going to give a shout out to you in my next video. Thank you so much, guys. And if you're currently going through any kind of grief, I can only ask that the Lord will strengthen your heart. That is all I can say. I can't say, oh, don't cry, because there are times that letting the tears out is actually all you need to actually heal. There are times that not talking about it, giving it time before you talk about it, might just be what you need at that time. So I cannot say, oh, this is what you should do or this is what you should not do. All I'm just going to say is a prayer that God is going to strengthen your heart and comfort you at such a time as this. If you have experienced grief and you can relate to what I'm talking about, please share your own opinion in the comment section, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, can you see? Oh, now this is better. Bye, guys. Bye.